Today it's part 2 and we paint the house that I built last week. Let's go!
But before we start, I just applied some texture paint on a few areas to make it more realistic. Okay, to start we just need to black prime everything with an airbrush. It's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward, but it takes a while to do so. Then I make some purple, some blue and white, and also a tiny bit of black, and I painted the roof with a dark blue paint. I try to highlight every roof tile, like the middle of the roof tiles, with the same paint. I just added a bit of white in it. And I tried also spraying it with a different angle to have a great highlight. Now that the roof was completed, it was time to work on the wood parts. And so I base coated everything with like a white and yellowish color. So I have a really light undertone and it's easier to work with. And now that the airbrush was completed, it was time to use the brush. So I painted the bricks and also the wood with grey and with brown, of course. And for the walls, I went with an off-white paint. You will see in a second why, because I'm going to texture it with, I'm going to weather it down a lot. Now that every base coat was applied, I just needed to add a few shades. I mixed my own shades using inks because it's much easier, and I shaded the walls and the stones. You can see I have a brown, a bluish and a greenish shade. There was a small time lapse. I just shaded everything a lot and used my brush to shade the walls with a brown ink. Right now I'm painting the windows in black. Then I worked on the stone again and just applied a small dry brush of. It's really an easy, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, I wanted to give a nice effect to the windows, so I airbrushed some white to the corner. The aim is to simulate like there's light inside the house. So after the airbrush was done, I used a yellow ink and airbrushed it onto the windows. I then dry brushed the wood with a brighter brown. I should not have done the wood this way because it's a bit like too flat. It's too flat for my taste. And here we go! So that's the final results. What do you think of it? It took me roughly 2 hours, I think. Tell me in the comment section what do you think of it. And Happy New Year!
Video, don't forget to like it and to subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. See you next week. Over.